Roman Reigns' WrestleMania opponent revealed. Welcome back to the King LE Show. I'll be your host, James. Always, people, Behind the Curtain, episode 5, part 1, which me going for the Roman Reigns situation and why he pulled out, and the whole thoughts on that is up on the channel. If you missed it, I uploaded it last night. But Roman Reigns' replacement for WrestleMania has been revealed. Now, in the video for Roman Reigns' situation now for Behind the Curtain, episode 5, part 1, I gave you guys some ideas. What I had was this turn into a triple threat match. Cena, Wyatt versus Goldberg for the belt, or you do number one contender night 1, Cena versus Wyatt, number one contender. Then whoever wins that match faces Goldberg on night 2. The whole Daniel Bryan, I was going with Daniel Bryan, then I read up and I forgot he's in quarantine, so he's not even going to be wrestling at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan's off the card. Some more news this morning was that The Miz came in with like a high fever. He was trying to compete, and they sent The Miz home. The Usos didn't like that The Miz was trying to compete, so maybe that's also a reason why Roman Reigns like, oh, hold up, The Miz is trying to wrestle with a fever. I'm not trying to get sick. So you could add to that. Maybe that's why Roman decided to leave. Again, if you're sick, Miz, stay home. Why are you trying to compete? You got nothing to prove, bro. You have nothing to prove to any of us. If any of you wrestlers, again, we read up that plenty of wrestlers wanted this to be postponed. So, Miz, if you were trying to wrestle, you got nothing to prove to me, bro. If you want to go home, you go home. That's why I respect Roman more right now, man, because he has leukemia in the past, and he has a weak immune system. You have nothing to prove to me, Roman. You have nothing to prove to me, bro. So, him going home, I respect him for more of that. And there's a report there was more wrestlers that were taken off the card. Bobby Lashley's off the card of WrestleMania. So, there's more superstars that are off the card for WrestleMania. We're just going to have to see who it is. But the only thing I know right now is Lashley, Daniel Bryan, Roman, The Miz. I assume that tag team match is canceled with whoever, the Usos versus the New Day, whoever faces Morris and The Miz. I assume that match is canceled. So we know The Miz, Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, and Mysterio and Dana Brooke are off the card. So there's supposed to be more superstars. So we'll find out who are the more superstars who are off the card. We just only know that those people right now are off the card WrestleMania 36. And I said last night, this is karma biting you back in the butt, Vince. And the reports were Vince is the only person that wanted to go with WrestleMania. Everybody else wanted it to be postponed. Like I told you guys, NBA, UFC, baseball, all the major sports, even golf, tennis, and NASCAR are all postponed. Vince, like, this is karma biting you back in the butt, bro. You could have just postponed Mania to June. Like, there's nothing else going in Raymond James Stadium in June that you couldn't find a date to have WrestleMania in June. You could have given your superstars a well-deserved vacation. I mean, WWE has a library full of, you can go back until what, 1970 you have in your library? You can show on Raw and SmackDown. Hell, what they could have done is just shown from WrestleMania 1 to 30. While you're off of those days, you could have shown WrestleMania 1 on Monday Night Raw, WrestleMania 2 on NXT, WrestleMania 3 on SmackDown, all the way until you get to WrestleMania 35. You know what I'm saying? Then you could have shown NXT shows, past takeovers. Or if you want to done that way, you could have done Monday Night Raw, WrestleMania 1, NXT. You could start from NXT, whatever pay-per-view they had, all the way up until you get back and the world is able, you get back and you're able to compete in front of a crowd. Like, if WrestleMania 30 did 800,000 views on ESPN, like, come on, bro. You could have postponed Mania until June or July. It's not that big of a deal. Giving your superstars a well-deserved vacation that, again, unless you're injured or filming a movie, is the only vacation you get. So let's get into Roman Reigns' WrestleMania 36 replacement. Guys are going to be excited about this guy. All right. It looks like it will be just a few hours until WWE announces their alternate plans for the Universal title match at WrestleMania. As previously noted, Roman Reigns has pulled out of the show because he doesn't feel safe to wrestle. As again, we said that. He doesn't feel safe to wrestle. Again, Roman Reigns has a daughter. I doubt he wants to come back from wrestling Goldberg, come back and hugging your daughter and getting her sick, or getting your wife sick. I doubt he wants to do that. Therefore, WWE will need to find a replacement for WrestleMania 36 to challenge Goldberg. Dave Meltzer reported, drum roll please, guys. You're going to be excited about this guy replacing Roman Reigns. Dave Meltzer reported on the Wrestling Observer Forum that he heard Braun Strowman will be the replacement for Roman Reigns. If that is the case, then it's likely means the angle will be played out on SmackDown tonight, where Strowman comes out and says, I will replace Roman Reigns and face you, Goldberg. Whip-e-do. This also means that Strowman could walk out WrestleMania the new Universal Champion. Again, guys, listen, I told you that last night. They have really nobody else. Like I said, unless you're going to do a Matt Riddle, like, you have nobody else to replace Roman Reigns. And that's their own fault for not building up superstars. Again, if this guy was the IC champion and he had beaten, you know, had a little lengthy run here and there, okay. But last time Strowman was really important was when he faced Brock Lesnar and then he lost. Besides that, you make this guy look like a goof on TV how many times? Freaking tag teaming with a little kid at WrestleMania. What else did this guy do? You just made him look like a goof over the past 2 to 3 years after he lost to Brock Lesnar and was it No Mercy, I think it was, guys? He's done nothing since then. He's done nothing since then after he beat, after he lost to Brock Lesnar and No Mercy. He's done nothing. So, this is their own fault for not having new superstars. For example, back in the day, if a Rock would have got injured, okay, here comes Stone Cold. If Stone Cold got injured, here comes Triple H. If Triple H got injured, here comes The Rock. If The Rock got injured, here comes Kurt Angle. Like, you're in that situation where you have nobody else. And I'm not going to blame Roman Reigns. You guys can say, oh, he could have told WWE sooner. Well, nobody told you to have Bray Wyatt lose to Bill Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told you to have that for that happen. If Bray Wyatt would have beaten Bill Goldberg and then Roman Reigns comes out and says, you know what, I don't feel like wrestling, my immune system's not where it wants to be, at least Bray Wyatt will still be champion, and he at least would have beat somebody and he still would have been champion. But now you're to the point where you're going to give the belt to Braun Strowman. Like, are you happy about that? The guy has no momentum. Like, what anyways, guys, this is not, to me, this shouldn't even be a big argument we're having right now, because guess what? They can't even film no more after, yesterday was the last day for filming. So either way, you know what? It is what it is. Listen, this should be a hard reset. Whenever WWE comes back from this whole situation, there need to be a hard reset. Like, you look yourself in the mirror, okay, we messed up with this guy here, how can we do this? And for anybody out there that says, oh, there goes Roman Reigns' push. For the guy standing up for himself and telling us, man, I don't feel like wrestling, if Vince is mad at that, for Roman Reigns stepping up and telling him, I don't feel like wrestling, he should not lose his push. I mean, the guy got pushed to Saturn. He's been pushed to Saturn, so I don't see this hurting Roman Reigns whatsoever. He doesn't feel like wrestling. Vince shouldn't take it too seriously. It's your own fault for not having somebody to replace Roman Reigns to face Goldberg anyways. So, to me, hats off to Roman Reigns for even stepping up, even telling Vince McMahon straight up to his face. Braun Strowman beating Goldberg, it is what it is, because guess what? There's no more TV after WrestleMania. So they're going to have to think of what should they do for Braun Strowman going forward. That's what they need to think. What are we going to do for Braun Strowman? How are we going to build up Braun Strowman now that he's a Universal Champion? And I doubt, if he loses to Bill Goldberg, I'll be shocked. If Goldberg beats Braun Strowman, I'll be shocked. But just want to get that out there for you guys that right now Braun Strowman from Dave Meltzer is reported to have been who will be the person to replace Roman Reigns in the Universal Championship match. You guys comment down below. Are you happy to see Braun Strowman become the Universal Champion? Let me know down below. Forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys back here for YouTube lesson number, I think we're on lesson number 5. And that'll be the last lesson. And then we'll see. If anything else important happens for WWE, I'll come back later and do another video. But as of right now, Braun Strowman's replacing Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan's off the card. The Miz is off the card. I assume that if The Miz is off the card, I assume that SmackDown Tag Team title match will be off the card too. Rey Mysterio, Dana Brooke, and Roman Reigns. And Bobby Lashley are off the card as of now for WrestleMania. And if anything else important comes up, I'll come back later. Catch you guys back here in a minute.